Hi, this is the OG art teacher, and today I am going to show you briefly how to make an ellipse and then make it into a three-dimensional shape form. So earlier we did some practice drawing ellipses. Essentially, it's helpful to repeat the motion so that your hand and wrist will start to memorize how to do an ellipse. After you've kind of tried to master that, you don't have to be perfect at it. Draw an ellipse, draw a light source, so it could be anywhere around the ellipse. I'm gonna ground the ellipse by putting a horizontal line. So I guess now we have what looks kind of like a corn dog. And I'm going to put my light source coming from this direction. I like to add arrows to the direction of the light source. That helps me know like basically where the light is going to hit the object in that we're looking at to add shading. So a round object, any type of qualities to it, is going to block light from hitting the surface below it. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and go in here with the side of my pencil. The tip of the pencil should be pointed up at the line because the tip of the pencil leaves the darkest line. And part of shading with blending is trying to get your lines to disappear, which is called implied line there because, well, I always turn the paper around value, and I color in a kind of circular motion so that most of the paper gets covered pretty evenly. If you color straight up and down, it's going to clearly be straight up and down, but if you color kind of in a lot of different directions, it won't look quite as flat. The other thing to remember is to color, which technically using any type of material like a pencil is coloring. So like putting the lead on the paper is an act of coloring. I'm adding shading and value to this, but I am coloring. It's sort of the absence of color, I guess. But this is an action, a verb, coloring. So the further away from the light source, the more of a depth and value you'll have. So you'll need to press down harder with the dry material that you're using. This could be done with a colored pencil. It can sort of be done with a crayon, but regular 2B pencil is the best, in my opinion. I would not suggest shading with your finger unless you really want to. It's a kind of nice tool that we do have, most of us, attached to our bodies already. Some of us with more resources can purchase blending sticks, which look like these, and they really make things nice and smooth, and they're fun to play with. But these are not necessary for working your blending. So anyway, basically, depending on where the light source is, you're gonna have a highlight. It's gonna get darker the further away it moves from that highlight, and it's going to create a cast shadow. So that is basically like I guess a corn dog or some bread, a loaf of bread. If you added some little marks on it, you can make it look like French bread and add some shading on the inside. Yeah. Anyway, that's my tutorial for 3D ellipse.